Hoy! Gusto mo ng kape?
Oo, pag timpla mo ako, lagyan mo ng gatas at sukan. Okay?
What?
Pag timpla mo ako, lagyan mo ng gatas at sukan.
What?
Eh!
What's up guys? Welcome back to the Aesthetic Goofballs channel. I hope you're doing alright with everything in your life when you're watching this video. Now, what you've just witnessed earlier is me failing to understand my waifu when she talks in Tagalog. About 21% of the population in the UAE are Filipinos, so there's a chance you're gonna run into one every day while you're interacting in your daily life. I not only run into one every day, but also I'm engaged to one. So here I am wanting to talk to you guys about at least a few words that I think are important to know when you want to communicate with Filipinos in UAE. So I would like to share with you a few Tagalog words or phrases that are important to know as a foreigner who doesn't speak the language, so you can communicate with the Filipino community here. A note, first of all, this is not an instructional video on how to speak Tagalog. This is not educational. And number two, this video does not mean that Filipinos do not know how to speak English. In fact, they're amazing English speakers, but the whole purpose of my video is to help you communicate or interact with them with ease and comfort, and plus adding a little personal touch in your interaction with them. So let's dive right into the video. So the first word I'd like to address is the word po. Now remember, when you think about the word po, I want you to think the word polite. It does not necessarily have a literal translation, but it's more of addressing someone with a bit of politeness. So when you talk about the word po, you can think like, instead of saying yes, you can say like yes po. Instead of saying no, you can say no po. Instead of saying thank you can say thank you po. Believe me, most Filipino people will appreciate the word usage po because it actually generally means that you're addressing them but in a polite way. Now, the next word I like to talk about is the word Musta. Now, note, it's very similar to the Spanish word Musta as well, because this actually derived from the Spanish language. Musta basically means how are you? And remember the word po we talked about earlier? Actually, you can ask how are you to a Filipino person by saying Kumusta po. That actually means how are you po. It's a very polite way to greet someone. It's very common, and I think you don't need to actually know the Tagalog fluently in order for you to say Kumusta po. And of course, it is going to be really appreciated by a lot of Filipino people. Now, the third word is actually pretty common, as much as the first two words that we talk about. The word is actually called Salamat. Salamat actually means thank you. So, it's thank you. I mean, how common is that? You go to the market, you buy something, you can tell people thank you. So, over here, when you're in Dubai and if you want to go to the market and someone helps you out in the shop, if someone brings you something in the supermarket, or if you're outside and someone gave you a hand with something and you want to say thank you to them and you want to say it in Tagalog, you can say salamat. Again, notice the very first word po. You can say salamat po. Basically, it means thank you po, or thank you sir, thank you man. It's very polite, it's very sweet. The first time I learned this word po, kumusta, and salamat is, I believe, pretty much the first day I landed in Dubai. It is so common, guys. So just knowing these three words, the first three words, it's going to add up a lot of personal touch to your communication with the Filipino community here in Dubai. The fourth words we're gonna discuss here is actually a pair of two words. It's kuya and ate. Basically, kuya and ate is the usage of addressing a man or a woman as bro and sis. So when you're, let's say for example, when you're in a market or when you're outside and you want to address or you want to ask something from a Filipino person, whether be it a guy or a girl, you can address them as kuya or ate. So let's just say for example you're saying hi bro, you can say like hi kuya. You can say hi ate, that means hi sis. And even with the first three words, we talk about po, kumusta, and salamat. You can add kuya and ate to those sentences depending on the person, whether it's a guy or a girl. So let's say you want to say, how are you, sis? You can say, kumusta po, ate? You can say like, thank you, bro. You can when you want to say thank you, bro, you can say something like, salamat po, kuya. So these are the few sort of very generic way of addressing a man or a woman in the Filipino community. It can be older to you, they can be older to you, they can be younger to you, it doesn't matter. It's just a way of addressing politely kuya and ate. Now the last word, or words, again, a pair of two words that I would like to share with you is ako, and you guessed it, ikaw. Ako means me or I, ikaw means you. Now, just to note, there are many ways of saying me and you depending on the context. So let's say, for example, if I'm saying like, did you eat, kumain ka na? But note, I didn't use ikaw, like normally I would use it when I'm saying you. But then again, this is such a generic way of just addressing you or me, or you or I. So I think it's just basically knowing the meaning of ako and ikaw will help you out a lot before diving deeper into using it in the sentences. Now, thank you so much for watching, guys. Do you agree with my list? If not, you can comment down below what other words I should be adding if you want to advise a foreigner to learn Tagalog. And also, what do you think my wife was saying earlier? Because until now, I don't get it. So comment down below if you know what she's saying, and your feedback and your ideas are always appreciated. If you like my content, like this video and subscribe for more like this. And again, thank you so much for watching, guys.